Let's start with a big breaking update coming in from West Bengal. The National Investigation Agency has arrested 2 Congress workers in connection with the Malda violence case. Sources have told Times Now that 2 arrested persons have been identified as Shahadat Hussain and Asif Sheikh. They allegedly played a critical role in assembling a mob for the protest. Remember, that took place there in Malda on April 1st. Investigation is currently underway, but this is quite concerning. The investigation into the Malda violence during the West Bengal elections has uncovered what appears to be a planned conspiracy. On April 1st, remember, 7 judicial officers were held hostage for over 9 hours in West Bengal's Malda district by a group of voters whose name were deleted from the voter list during the special intensive revision. And now that's a big breaking update that is coming in, is that NIA has arrested 2 Congress workers in connection with this violence. Let me get you more perspective and go across to my colleagues, Rajesh and Baptosh, who are joining us live on the broadcast. Coming to you, Rajesh, first, 2 Congress workers have been arrested in connection with the Malda violence case. Give us more details about these 2 workers.
Absolutely. During the course of investigation, one ISF leader, who is a local panchayat member, an elected member from Indian Secular Front, Ghulam Rabbani, he was arrested by the National Investigation Agency yesterday for his alleged role in assembling mob for the protest, and he was taken into custody. After questioning him, a role of few Congress workers and leaders were also came under scanner of National Provisioncy. During that time, the local Congress candidate from Mothabari Assembly constituency, Saim Chaudhary, along with a few of his close associates, were also picked up by the NIA for questioning purpose. After questioning few hours, the Congress candidate from Mothabari Assembly constituency, Saim Chaudhary, was released by the investigators. But however, few of his close associates were still detained by the National Investigation Agency for questioning purpose, following which 2 of Congress workers, 2 of active Congress workers of Mothabari Assembly constituency were arrested by NIA. One of them has been identified as Shahadat Hussain. Another one is as Asif Khan. Both of them have been arrested by NIA for their crucial role in assembling the mob for protest in Malda's Mothabari against the SR exercise on 1st of April.
Absolutely, and hinting at a larger conspiracy as well. Stay back with us. In fact, I'll go to Baptosh after this. We're learning that the Congress candidate from Mothabari Assembly constituency, as my colleague also mentioned, Sayyam Chaudhary, was also picked up by NIA. And sources have told Times Now that he, along with few of his close associates, were picked up by the agency for questioning in connection with the violence case. After a few hours of questioning, the Congress candidate Sayyam Chaudhary was released and 2 of the Congress workers were later arrested. Let me bring in my colleague Baptosh on this. Baptosh, tell us more about the probe in this matter. These 2 men played a crucial role in assembling mob for the protests. So clearly there appears to be a planned conspiracy.
Yes, Akansha, adding to what Rajesh has said, the probe was handed over to NIA on the directions of the Chief Election Commissioner. And since the probe was given to NIA, NIA has registered 12 FIRs in this case. 7 of the cases have been registered at the Mothabari police station, and 5 of them have been registered at Kalachak police station. Though only 3 individuals have been arrested by NIA, but they have said that they are looking at the possibility that in a pre-planned manner, over 500 to 700 people were gathered, and then subsequently judicial officers were taken into custody, and then this entire hostage drama happened. In the hearing that have taken place in the Supreme Court, Court has come down very heavily on the West Bengal government. And in fact, in the last hearing, they have questioned why the Chief Secretary's phone was switched off for over 5 to 6 hours. The Chief Secretary on his part had said that while he apologized for it, he said that he was on a flight, and that was the reason why his phone was switched off. Now, NIA on its part had said they are looking at the possibility that the judicial officers were taken into custody, and this was done primarily in a pre-planned manner. Now, they have arrested, as a colleague Rajesh has said, the first one to be arrested was an Indian Secular Front member, and then subsequently they have also taken into custody Congress workers. Yesterday, the Congress candidate from Mothabari was questioned for over 4 to 5 hours. He had given leads of some Congress workers, and the probe in this continues. And they have also questioned some AIMIM workers. And they have said that more individuals will be called in for questioning. Having said that, NIA has officially not issued any statement on individuals who have so far been arrested.
Absolutely. Stay on this. Let me go back to my colleague Rajesh, who's been tracking all the details from West Bengal. Rajesh, how many people have been arrested so far? Because 2 days after this violence that took place in Malda, the mastermind was arrested. And just yesterday, as you also mentioned, Congress candidate from one of the constituencies there in West Bengal, Sayyam Chaudhary, was also picked up by NIA. Has any reaction come in from the Congress party on the arrest of 2 of their workers?
See, only 3 persons have been arrested by the Central Province NIA so far. However, 61 persons were arrested by the state police in connection with this Malda violence case. And total more than 19 cases and FIRs were registered by West Bengal police in connection with this case. And total 61 persons, including 41 by Mothabari police stations, and other persons were arrested by other police stations in Malda district in connection with this overall violence. And 41 people were arrested by Mothabari police station for the incident where 7 judicial officers were were forcibly held inside the video office, and following which NI took the charge of the entire investigation after the order of Honorable Supreme Court of India. And NI has transferred 12 cases, as my colleague said, that 12 cases were transferred from West Bengal Police to Central Province NIA, for which NIA has arrested. They have made this fresh arrest of 3 persons in connection with this case so far. And Congress has not reacted in connection into this case yet. We are waiting for the response of Congress party, because their own candidate from Mothabari Assembly constituency were picked up.
Right.
This will be so big for the party, because one nominated candidate was picked up by the Central Province for questioning. However, he was released after questioning, but 2 of their workers have been arrested in connection with this violence case. But Congress is yet to respond in this case.
All right. So, in fact, an answer from the Congress party is still awaited. But the incident, remember, which initially seemed very chaotic and impulsive, now bears the hallmark of a coordinated conspiracy. Batosh, do tell us more about the mastermind in this case, because 2 days after this chaos broke out there in Malda, the mastermind was also arrested. He is an advocate as well. What has NIA found so far as far as this person is concerned?
Well, Akansha, so far NIA has officially issued only one statement. They have said that on the directions of the Supreme Court and going by the compliance of the Supreme Court order, they have registered 12 FIRs, and they have been probing this case. They have not revealed what was the conspiracy and what was the larger conspiracy, or what was the as to how this pre-planned conspiracy happened. But what sources have said that the crowd had gathered, the crowd was present at the spot. They knew that the judicial officers would be going there, and then the judicial officers were in fact tailed. They were tailed, and then judicial officers were taken into custody. The question is whether they were taken into custody on the directions of someone, or whether it was a mob that had gathered up. The very fact that persons from different political parties have been arrested, the first to be arrested was one from the Indian Secular Front, and now that Congress workers have been arrested, clearly shows that people from different political parties have been arrested. And the crowd that had gathered at Malda was over 500 to 700 strong. So clearly people from different political parties have been taken into custody. It could be possible that more individuals will be arrested into days to come.
All right.
And NIA has also said that they are going through the documentation that has been done by the West Bengal police. So it is possible that more individuals will be detained in questions or more individuals will be called in.
Absolutely, more individuals will be arrested in the coming days. But as of now, it appears to be a coordinated conspiracy. 2 of the Congress workers there in West Bengal, just ahead of the elections, they have been arrested. Thanks so much, Batosh and Rajesh, for getting us all those details.